Hi, welcome to Lynn's Recipes. Today I'm going to make a red velvet poke cake, and this would be a perfect Valentine's Day dessert. The amounts of the ingredients that you're going to need to make this cake will be found in the information box below. You can find it on my website or my Roku channel. The ingredients are, for the cake, you're going to need butter, red food coloring, sugar, eggs, baking soda, salt, vanilla extract, white distilled vinegar, cocoa powder, all-purpose flour, and buttermilk. For the drizzle, you will need a can of sweetened condensed milk. For the frosting, you're going to need powdered sugar, butter, cream cheese, and vanilla extract. You're going to need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to need a 9 by 13 inch metal baking pan, and I have sprayed mine with cooking spray. If you want to remove the cake from the pan for decoration, you can line this after you've sprayed it or buttered it with parchment paper and let the ends hang off, and then you will spray or butter the parchment paper, and that way it'll be easy to remove the cake for decorating. I've put my butter in my mixer, and I'm going to add my sugar. And I'm going to beat this on medium for about 3 minutes until it's light and fluffy. And now what I'm going to do is add my eggs one at a time, beating after each addition. That looks good. The next thing I'm going to do is take my cocoa and put it in this bowl, and my vanilla and my red food coloring. And you need 6 tablespoons, which is 3 ounces, and the only ones I could find where I was at Kroger were these little 1 ounce bottles, so it takes 3. You could also use the other kind, the paste colors, if you wanted to. So I'm just going to mix this together until it's nice and smooth and forms a paste. Okay, there we have our nice red color, and it is thick and it's nice and smooth. I got a whisk out to get the lumps out of the cocoa powder and to make sure that I had it all smooth. So the next step is to add this to our butter and sugar and egg mixture. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add it in and mix it together. Get it all out. I'm just going to mix this together now. Okay, that looks fine. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add half of my buttermilk and half of my flour. And I'm just going to continue beating. I'm going to stop for a minute, and I'm going to scrape down the bowl. Make sure it all gets incorporated. And you might have to do that a few times. I'm going to mix for another minute. And now I'm going to add the rest of the buttermilk and the rest of the flour. Okay. And I'm going to continue mixing until it's all incorporated. This looks really good. So now what I'm going to do is add my salt, baking soda, and vinegar, and I'm going to beat it for another 1 minute until it's all incorporated and smooth. So I'm going to add that and the vinegar and start beating. Okay, now this is ready to put in the baking pan and put in the oven. So I'm going to take this off. And I'm just going to pour it into the pan. Okay, all my batter's in my pan. I'm just going to smooth it out evenly. And now I'm ready to put this in the oven. It goes in the 350-degree preheated oven for 25 to 30 minutes or until a toothpick or cake tester comes out clean. My cake is done. It cooked in the oven for 30 minutes. I just took it out and I put my cake tester in and it came out clean. So now what we're going to do is the drizzle. And I have a wooden spoon here, and what I'm going to do is start poking holes in the cake. That's why it's called a red velvet poke cake. So I'm just going to take the spoon and just go like this and make a bunch of holes all over the top of the cake. One there. And now I have my can of condensed milk here, and we're just going to pour this all over the top of the cake. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of spread this out a little bit over the entire top of the cake. Making sure it's all covered. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I am just simply going to let this sit here and cool completely before we make the frosting and finish it up. My cake is cool, and now I'm going to make the cream cheese frosting. So what I have here is my powdered sugar already in the bowl, and I have my butter, my cream cheese, and my vanilla, and now I'm going to mix this all together and we're going to make the frosting. To my powdered sugar, I'm going to add my butter. And my cream cheese. And I'm going to go ahead and add my vanilla. And with my hand mixer, I'm just going to mix this all together till it's nice and smooth. Okay, my frosting is done, and so now I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to pull my cake over here, and I'm just going to frost it all over the top. I'm just going to take this and put some everywhere and then smooth it out with an offset cake spatula. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this and smooth it out all over the top. Okay, I'm just finishing this up. Now if you wanted to, like I said before when we first started, you could remove this from the pan and put it on a pretty cake platter and decorate it. I'm just going to leave mine in here. Smooth it out. Okay, and I have these little sprinkles that I'm going to just put on top for decoration. So I'm just going to start sprinkling on top. These are just little tiny little hearts. And then I have some of these others. These are just like some little jimmies with some lips mixed in. I'm just going to put some of those on too, just to make it pretty and festive for Valentine's Day. So now I'm going to get ready and cut a piece and show you what it looks like. I'm ready to cut a piece of this cake. So I have a knife here and I'm just going to cut a little piece like this. Kind of go around the sides there. And just take my spatula. This is red velvet poke cake. Perfect for Valentine's Day. I hope you enjoy it.